Anna, conflicting reports on what happened in Baga recently. What information have you got for us?
Well, Claire, it's a very confusing picture, and the problem really is establishing actually the facts. And largely, the reason it is so difficult is because Baga is a town up in the north of Nigeria, a very remote area. It's near the border with Chad. And really, at the moment, nobody has been able to get in there to start counting the bodies from this attack, let alone even bury the dead. There have been some reports from eyewitnesses saying that they have not seen any military around that particular area, and those of the military who were there at the time when the attack started simply put down their guns and fled. So there has been a mix of numbers. We've heard from some local sources saying that there has been mass casualties in the scale of hundreds. Some have said it's near 1,000, but we've had a confusing picture from the military itself, because the defence spokesman from the government actually said at the weekend that it was valid to say that this looked like it was Boko Haram's biggest ever attack. But then he has gone back on what he said just a couple of days later and said yesterday that they now believe 150 people died. But I think the actual facts are very difficult to establish until some humanitarian groups or journalists are able to actually get to the area. We simply won't know. We have to rely on the eyewitness reports, people who managed to actually escape. And there are tens of thousands of people who have fled across the border into Chad. We're hearing reports of around 1,000 people who got across Lake Chad and are now stranded on an island there without food and water. And some of those eyewitness reports we're hearing are horrific. People talking about having to walk for at least 5 kilometers, stepping over dead body after dead body.
And we haven't heard much from the president lately on the subject of Boko Haram. What's going on there?
No, well, Nigerian's President Goodluck Jonathan has not actually spoken about this specific attack at all. He has talked about the attacks in Paris, but he hasn't mentioned anything about the ongoing Islamist militant attacks in his own country. He is at the moment very busy campaigning for his re-election, because Nigeria goes to the ballot box next month for the presidential elections, and Goodluck Jonathan will face the opposition candidate Muhammadu Buhari, who is the former military ruler of Nigeria, and it's set to be a very close-run election. And I think the current government at the moment really want to be seen to be dealing with Boko Haram, but their successes have been few and far between. There have been some. On Friday, they did manage to repel an attack by Boko Haram in the state of Yobe, in the capital Damaturu. But other than that, at the moment, they're finding it very hard to convince people that they have a grip on the Boko Haram attacks.
Thank you very much indeed, Anna. Anna Cunningham reporting there from Nigeria.